Welcome to Saved by the Bellwork. Bellwork?
Yeah, welcome to Saved by the Bellwork.
First time, sorry.
Yeah. I'm Caroline.
I'm Abby.
And I'm Danny.
Our sound guy, Danny.
Yeah, he's talking
Nice to
today.
meet you.
Even though I'm sick, but everyone else is
We're all sick.
more sick.
Yeah. Now, it's kind of like a childhood memories nostalgia episode, but because we are re-recording this because of audio problems, it's probably just going to be us talking for about 30 minutes. So,
Yep.
It'll be a fun one.
Sounds about right.
Yes. And also, we won't have another episode out next week because when this comes out, we'll be in spring break. So join us in 2 weeks, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Like our mid-season break, I guess. Okay, so it was only like 10 o'clock, 11 or something, but I was trying to catch up on webtoons and stuff because I read those all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But like sometimes I don't like get the ones that updated done on the day, and so I was like going back and reading them through, and I got like halfway through that day's updates, and I like woke up to like, okay, so I had an alarm set for 6:30, and I don't know why, but it was going off, and I like, it was like my phone was underneath my head, so I woke up and it was just like in my ear, and I was like, oh dear God, and I turned it off. So I think I like fell asleep on my phone, and that's like never happened before. And
Literally.
So, yeah, I fell asleep on my phone. Like I didn't finish the episode. I was like mid webtoon episode, and like I just dropped my phone and like fell asleep. And then I just like had some alarms on, but I ended up just waking up at 2. But it was so loud. I was so scared. It was just like I thought I was dying, and I was just like, oh God. I like did the when you like physically like move up when you wake, like you go when you wake up. Not with the sound effects, but just and you like fling yourself up. That happened to me. It was
the sound effects for
the
recording, you know?
Yeah, it was horrifying this morning. And so I was really tired apparently, and I was also really sick.
We're all really sick.
For some reason, I am sore from like one day of track. Like I didn't even do the whole thing.
My
sore.
hip still hurts. I like it's kind of, it might just be like the skin now, but it feels like the bones hurt. I don't know. I don't think it was from track. I went to a math competition yesterday, and when I got like off of the bus, I like almost collapsed because my like hip started hurting really bad. I was like, oh dear God, but then I just like kept walking on. So I think I just like stood on it really weird, and now it's like that forever.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Rambling is fun to listen to, I think. Like it's just,
I love rambling.
It's interesting.
And it's easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But now to get into like the actual topic, do you guys have any childhood memories?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Okay, specifically, well, I lived in this one house for like actually I've lived in like 4 houses, but one for a long time whenever I was a kid. And I remember like being upstairs, and that was like my fun spot. We had like 2 extra bedrooms. My hamster had his own bedroom, so that was pretty fun. And then my dad had like one for his night shifts and stuff. Mm-hmm. Plus, that's about all I remember about that house. But then the house that I'm at now, I made these friends, and I did everything with them every day, even after school in the summer. I was with them 24/7, and then we would go and play house in the properties and swim in the creek, and it was fun.
Yeah. I have so few memories from when I was a kid. Like, I try and figure out what I did to fill my time, because I didn't find YouTube until like 6th grade. I didn't find Netflix until like 7th grade. And like, I read a lot, and I still read a lot now, but that couldn't have filled up all my time. And I like did a lot of crafts, and I still do crafts now, and like painting and stuff, but that couldn't have filled up all my time. So I kind of just have no clue what I did. Yeah. And I'm an only child, and so like I would have to fill my time by myself. But like the only thing that I actually remember from my childhood is like we had this like ring of rocks in front of my house. It's like a circle, and there's like a bunch of big rocks on it, and I would like run around across the rocks, but I would pretend like there were other people there, and I would announce it like it was like a Olympics type thing. So I'd be like, Rachel was the person that I would normally pretend was there. It's like, Rachel's coming up quick, but Caroline's going up faster, and then it's like you had to like make it across the circle like how many ever times, and then if I like fell off, I would change the rules to make it where I still won because I'm cool like that. And so That's like the only memory I have, and it's like such a
That is such
only
an
child
only child thing to do.
But it's like I did it like almost every day, and it's actually still really fun. Sometimes I just do it randomly.
So you had a lot of imaginary friends.
So okay, I had one group of imaginary friends, but like they weren't the nice ones. I imagined that they were like punching me all the time. Like that's what I imagined they did. I imagined that on like family road trips, they would like be following the car, and I'd be like, "Mom, Dad, they're following." I actually just call them Mom and Dad, but like just for historical accuracy. But I'd be like, "They're following us! Go faster! Go faster!" So I was terrified of my imaginary friends.
That is sad. We were preschool best friends.
That probably gave you
Yeah,
some
we
like
were.
psychological trauma.
My imaginary best friend's trying to kill me?
Yes. Oh, speaking of those rocks, I hit one with my car, trying to like 3-point turn out because I didn't think that you could go around. I thought it was just a walkway. I didn't know that was wide enough for a car.
Yeah, it's like wide enough for about 2 cars.
I didn't know that. It was dark out and my lights
Yeah.
are like so high on my car.
Did
I
you, like,
decided to do a 3-point and I almost ended up in the ditch.
Did you like hurt your tires or something?
No.
They're fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Because
only...
some of those are big. Oh, my dad texted me. Some of those are like really big. And my aunt? What the heck? Okay. We'll figure that out
emergency?
later. No, it's probably just a KU game.
Oh.
Actually, I'm spending the night absolutely by myself in my house because my dad's gone for like 3 weeks, and my mom is up with my grandma in Lawrence, and they're going to watch one of the Big 12 KU games.
Maybe your imaginary friends can keep you company.
The ones that tried to kill me every day?
Yes.
Okay, that'll be really funky and fun. But my dogs, they kept trying to get in my room this morning. Actually, not this morning, like 30 minutes ago, but it was this morning for me. And they were just like, my door doesn't close, and so I have in the winter, so I have like a baby gate in front of it sometimes. I think my grandpa just texted me. Anyways, and so like I left my door open, but I left the baby gate up because I didn't want them to come in the room. But like my dog Yura and my dog Odie both like came up the stairs and just like looked at me over the baby gate while I was laying in bed, and I was like, "Hi guys."
Do you still have that dog that you had like a long time ago?
No, I think you're talking about Athena.
Yes.
Yeah, Athena got cancer and died.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry. In like 5th grade. She died in like 5th grade. Yeah.
Oh.
But now we have Odie, who's also a Bernie's Mountain Dog.
You have a dog named Odie?
Odysseus, yeah.
I have a cat named Odie.
After like it wouldn't be Garfield.
We had a cat named Milo first, and then we were gonna name her Otis, like Milo and Otis, but it's a girl, so we just went with Odie. That's a really odd name for 2 people to have, though.
Well, Danica Patrick also had like a dog named Odie, but it was after the Garfield thing. But in my family, all of our dogs are named after characters from the Odyssey. So we have Yura, which is named after Euryclea, and then we have Odysseus. We have Odie, and his full name's Odysseus, who's Odysseus.
That's actually pretty cool.
I want to get the next dog and have him named Telemachus and call him Mac, because that's funny. It's not funny. I think it's cute to like call a dog Mac, but it's like Telemachus. Also, I don't know how to say it. Do you remember who Telemachus is? He's the son of Odysseus.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Did you know?
No, I just think it's funny how we've spent like 4 minutes talking about dogs on a nostalgic episode.
Okay, we talked about my dog dying, which is incredibly nostalgic.
Okay.
Oh, also, my current dogs, we had a cat named Iceberg that we got from like the Key parking lot.
Yeah.
A cat that hangs out in the Key parking lot. She got like got pregnant, had a bunch of kittens and stuff, and so we took one home because it would have died. And then so we had her in like a crate for a while, but she was like still outside. But like we let her out of the crate when we were there. She would just like have run away and got herself killed. But like so we would hang out with her. We had her for like a month or so, and then one day we like got rid of the crate because she was like chill around us. She wasn't gonna leave. She wasn't gonna get herself killed. But she went into the backyard with our dogs because like the dogs kind of liked her and were kind of nice to her, and so she was like chill with them. But she went into the back one day while we weren't there, and both of my dogs killed her. And so when we got home, like my big dog Odie had her like hanging from his mouth, like she was a toy.
If looks could tell a story.
And so like I thought it was like a possum, but my mom was like, stay in the car, stay in the car. And I was like, Mom, what's happening? And then I like realized I was like, oh my god, that's iceberg. And so that was in like 6th or 7th grade.
That's
and so,
terrible.
Yeah, I didn't go to school the next day.
My dog actually. Sorry.
Do your story.
My dog loves kittens, and well, we have a lot of cats, so every time we have kittens, she'll like go up and like lick them, and like she just loves kittens. But whenever they get older, she likes to chase them because it's fun. She doesn't ever hurt them. She just What were you gonna say?
Oh, well, actually, I have 2 now. But my cat that I had before, named Riley, she chases off all of the cats she finds. It really sucks. But like she kind of made friends with Odie, and so every time we feed Riley, Odie tries to like hang out with Odie, and so they like each other. They like touch noses and stuff. But we're not trying to do an iceberg thing anymore, so we don't like let them hang out together. But an actual nostalgia thing with one of my dogs. When my dog Callie died, named after Calypso, which is fun. So when Callie died, this was in like 2nd grade or like 1st grade or something. I had music that day, and I was like gone for a couple days, and so they learned a new song, and it was about a dog. And so when I got to music class the day that I got back, they were like singing a song about the dog, and like my dog had died like 2 days before, and I just remember it was about a dog, and I started breaking down in music class, and the teacher was like, what's wrong? And I was like, my dog just died, and I'm like, oh god. And then I was like at the end of class, and so I just was like walking through the halls after class crying.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh my god.
Speaking of animals dying,
Oh
my
gosh.
ducks just got eaten on Thursday night. Well, last Thursday.
By what?
By a stray dog. And so, yeah, they ended up in a neighbor's yard. Ended up in a neighbor's yard, all like ripped up, and it was really sad. I've had them for 3 years. Rest in peace, Patty and Daffy.
Also, how did you get why do you just have ducks?
I don't know. Well, it was 2020, and that was like the year of getting pets because everyone was bored. I was like, Mom, we should get some ducks. So we got 6 of them.
4 of them died?
Well, here's the story. The boy ducks would like almost drown the girl ducks. And so we had to get rid of the boy ducks, and they went to Dawson Karinki. And then they started doing some bad stuff over there. And then they ended up getting eaten. One of the other guy ducks, I say guy ducks, that's really weird. Anyways, he just died one day. We don't exactly know what happened. He just kind of died. And then we kept all the 3 girls, and Daisy broke her leg. And whenever a duck breaks their leg, it's like their life is like a vegetable. Like they really can't do anything, and it's painful. So we left her like that for like a year, but then my dad shot her. And then Fatty and Daffy have been going strong for like ever, and until they weren't.
And then they just got okay.
Oh my god.
Pets dying is really, really sad, but none of them die in normal ways.
No.
It's always like a story.
Especially when they live outside. It's always
It's always like so this thing that came from another thing killed my cat, and it's like it's always
okay. Everybody says that hamsters die in really weird ways, and that's true for some. But my hamster, somehow we knew he was dying, and he literally just like died in my hands. Like it wasn't.
That's tragic.
It was. He just like died in my
hands. That's a weird way to go. You're like, goodbye, my friend. And
I know. He was like not doing good, and so I like picked him up, and I was like, he's about to die, isn't he? And then he just died. It was really bad. I cried for like a solid 50 minutes. Or that's a really weird time to say, but
solid 50 minutes. I counted. No, but like, this is a completely different story. But there were like one day I found a bunch of dead birds like in front of our house, and so like we didn't know where the nest was. We didn't know where they came from, so we couldn't like put them back. And so we like brought one was fully dead. The other like we brought inside in a shoebox and we tried to feed it. I mean, it was like eating, but like over the night something happened, and so when I came down to like feed it, it was fully dead. And so like I tried to feed it, but it was like just like a blob, like a
Oh,
block.
like
Yeah.
really stiff.
Was it stiff?
Because birds, whenever they die, their blood like congeals up.
Yeah, I think it probably got really, really stiff. But it was really sad because it had been like living for a couple of hours and like had a heating blanket. I don't know what happened, but
it probably had like some bones broken.
That's
and
what we
over
thought
time,
happened. It was, like-
internal bleeding.
yeah,
You know
something that
what's
would stop. But
really weird? Whenever a cat has their first litter, chances are they're not gonna make it. Like I've had so many cats that just their whole first litter just dies. Oh, a really weird thing is one time my cat Eve like had a stillbirth, you know, like for like maybe 3 kittens or
Yeah.
whatever. A week later, gives birth to an alive kitten.
what?
It was crazy.
Maybe the others were just premature.
Yeah, well, either way, they were dead whenever they were born, and then this other one was alive for like a couple hours a week later, and then died.
Oh,
So
never mind.
There is so much death in this
Oh,
episode.
Maybe
oh,
this is just the pet episode.
I've drowned a chicken before.
Personally,
Okay, I was pet sitting for the Lovensteins, and
they
had
have
just
a lot of pets.
yeah, they had just gotten a shipment of chickens, and they were like, "Hey, this one is doing pretty bad, so if he dies, it's not your fault." Well, it hadn't moved for a long time, and so I'm like, "It really needs water, or it's gonna die." So I go and I stick its beak in the water, and it drowns.
Oh,
why did
my
you do so?
God.
You didn't like give it a cup of water.
No,
from your
it was
hand?
like paralyzed. It didn't move.
So you just
Yeah. And so I had to like bury it and then put flowers around the grave and everything.
like
I
the
felt
roof from
terrible.
Hunger Games, just like all of the
Yes.
flowers around it. But it's a chicken.
Everybody made fun of me for that. Actually, they still do. Wow. So yeah.
I don't think I've ever like actually killed an animal.
I've killed birds.
Like for fun.
Well, we have a big garage, and they kept flying inside over the summer because we usually leave our garage doors open, and they would nest up in the rafters.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what my dad told me to do is, if I ever saw one, was just to go grab like one out of our 3 BB guns, take aim, pow.
I
The
mean,
BB gun would instantly kill it, so it was no like long lasting.
It's not as bad as what my neighbors did. Okay, so you know the neighbors that were my best friends and we would do everything together?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
over at their house and they had this psycho chicken that kept trying to like peck them and like was really demented or whatever. Their dad goes and starts killing it with a shovel, and I just hear
A
Oh my
shovel?
god!
a shovel, and he's like, "Guys, you probably need to go somewhere." But we can still hear it.
Okay, at my grandma's house, we have like a chopping block for wood. And what my grandpa used to do was, like, if he wanted fresh chicken from his farm or anything,
No.
he had a system where he could lock the chicken's head on the like wood.
Guillotined a chicken.
Not
That's
guillotine,
a typical way
but
to kill them.
would axe their heads off.
Yeah, and then they still run around like a chicken with its head chopped off.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
I saw a TikTok about like the guillotine in Robespierre the other day,
Mm.
and it was like they're besties, or I don't remember what it was, but it was really funny. But then like Robespierre, he got eventually guillotined. We talked about this in world history.
Yeah,
Like-
I don't listen in that class.
But okay, so basically Robespierre, he was like the leader of like the French Revolution people, and so he was like execute everybody. But then
Oh yeah.
yeah, but in like the panic and everything, he like eventually got guillotined.
Mhm.
And so the like TikTok was like, yeah, they're besties, and there was like a picture of Robespierre and a picture of a guillotine just floating around the screen, and it was really
Mhm.
weird. But only one of the comments was about, yeah, they had a really bad breakup. That was only one of the comments. I thought all the comments would be like, yeah, but then he got killed by the guillotine. But no, all the others were like, yeah, what a wonderful friendship, and the other was just like, yeah, and then he died. It's really off topic. I just because of the guillotine.
Yeah.
But like, I thought that's how it was gonna end. Like he was gonna end it. He was just like lying down on the ground, and the guillotine was just gonna be standing there. But it was only one of the comments, and I felt like really left out.
I saw a video about the guillotine, and
Guillotine.
apparently, whatever. I don't care how to say it, but apparently, if your head gets chopped off by it, it actually stays alive and working for about 3 seconds.
Your head,
Yes,
the best,
but you don't feel pain because
Oh, your
you
nerves
can't
are gone.
comprehend it.
but you just like You just like see the wicker box because your head goes into a box. You're just like, oh wow, what a box, and that's it.
Yeah, what a cool basket.
That's
Bless
Ew.
me, bless me. Sorry, that just popped in my head.
what song was that?
I don't even know.
Oh, that's great.
Well, yeah, my grandma actually used to kill chickens that way too.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
was normal.
Mhm.
Like, yeah,
I know it's
a lot of people do
normal,
it.
but the fact that you just like lock a chicken's head and you're like, bye bestie, and then just like chop it off.
Oh, but the feathering process after you kill the chicken.
Oh yeah.
It's yeah.
What?
It's so hard.
My grandpa tried a lot of things. He made a duct tape ball to try and roll around on it. It didn't work.
No, the plucking takes forever.
Yeah.
It's just like duct tape all of the feathers off.
Oh my.
That
It was fun. Neat to
Yeah.
watch.
we have
Funny.
we have so few animals in my family because like there's not a lot of people in my family, and they all live on like in like Baltimore or like Chicago or don't have a farm, and so everybody will have these like wacky, crazy animal stories, and I'm just like, I've had like 4 animals in my lifetime. That's
Yeah.
like the amount my family has had. It's so weird.
I've only had 2 cats. One
Yeah,
was like the mother of the cat that I had almost half my life. And I only knew her for like a year. Then she disappeared. We don't know where she went. Then one of the children she had, kittens. I couldn't think of the word.
Yeah. The children.
One of the children, yes. We named her Kitten because she was a cat, and then my dad called her Rover, even though it was a girl. And she was the nicest cat. There was this boy cat though.
You're humanizing them so much.
She was a girl cat. He was a boy cat. Can I make it any more obvious?
Man, you guys just love to make fun of me. Huh?
Finish your story.
But we called him Garfield because he had the orangest hair. Oranger than
It was
my
an orange
hair.
cat.
Yeah.
Orange cats are feral. They're insane.
They are.
He was so funny to watch though because he had such a like crush on the kids. It was a love story. Okay?
Yeah, it's the song.
we loved
Can we
it.
make it any more obvious?
I think that's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
But yeah, then my dad decided to get rid of the cat because the cat hair kept going into the garage and he got fed up with it. So now it's with a new family.
Cute.
Yeah.
You just humanized that cat so much.
And they're just like, yeah, and then he left. No, but like, I feel like you all have hated every single cat you've ever had.
No, I loved Kitten.
Well, whenever I would
You
come
named
over,
it Kitten?
that's when they named it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed that part. When it was
No, I was too
named
busy
Kitten.
laughing.
But they called it Rover for some
My
Oh.
dad called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever I would come over and I'd see a cat, I'd be like, "Oh, kitty," and I'd like go and pet it, and you'd be like, "That cat sucks." I was
Oh,
like,
those were the neighbors' cats.
oh, well, I still
They
like
sucked.
the cats. But they were cute. They liked me.
They may have been cute, but they scratched you.
Everybody doesn't
They
like
didn't scratch
cats, I feel like, except for apparently we do. But like most people don't like cats.
Well, so thank you for joining this episode of the podcast where we're supposed to talk about childhood memories, but then we talked about our dead
Death.
animals.
Death.
So again, there's not going to be another episode next week, so we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.